satellite. Body love in every size. Feel the vibe and energize. No shame, no fear, just joy. Every curve we deploy. Hit play, let's make some noise. Oh, Chubs go wild. Living free, living style. Turn it up, turn it loud. Chubs gone wild. Big hearts, big love, big dreams. Breaking molds, tearing seams. Together we're the ultimate team. Oh, Chubs go wild. Feel the pride, feel beguiled. This is us unreconciled. Chubs go wild.
Hey there, welcome to Chubs Gone Wild, episode 631, recorded on Monday, March 2nd, 2026. It is 20 something? No, it is 68 degrees in Chubby in Cloudland, something like that. Off to a great
What?
start.
Chubby and Cloudland?
Yeah,
What?
so we're off to a fabulous start, aren't we? It is cloudy in Chubland, where it is 34 days until Easter, 243 until Halloween, and 298 until Christmas. So we are now in the 200s until our next Christmas Day. Woo! I'm excited. Let's take a moment to take a deep breath if we can and have an affirmation. I am more than enough exactly as I am today. All right.
Wait, that was it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah. All right, real quick, let's talk about Patreon, which offers folks a way to support creators like us and receive rewards not open to the general public, like My Life in Fragments podcast, books, videos, and more. And we want to thank our current patrons, Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ Stasage from the Universe, Eric, Sean, Charles, Phoenix Dave, Kingsley, Kathy Bacon, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to find out how you can be part of our family for as little as $1 a month. Now, let's talk about some amazing events throughout history that happened on March 2nd. In 1776, George Washington began bombarding British-held Boston during the American Revolution. In 1807, U.S. Congress abolished the African slave trade. In 1836, Texas declared independence from Mexico. 1861, Texas secedes from the Union. Meh. We ended up getting them back. So, 1917, Puerto Ricans were granted U.S. citizenship. 1929, President Coolidge signs the Jones Act targeting bootleggers. Oh my. And let's see, 1943, the Battle of Bismarck Sea begins in World War II. 1944, Wilt Chamberlain scores 100 points in the NBA in a single NBA game.
Wait, when was that?
1962.
Oh, they said 44. I'm like, I don't think that's correct.
Oh, no, that was when I see what I did. So 1944 was when over 500 train passengers suffocated in a tunnel in Italy. I'm sure you can sympathize.
Yeah.
Then we have 1966, where Ford produced its 1 millionth Mustang. And 1972, Pioneer 10 launched toward Jupiter. And finally, 1978, Charlie Chaplin's body is stolen by grave robbers. Ew. All right.
Well, they didn't
Now,
have something better to do?
I guess not.
Wow.
All right. So we did have some big celebrity birthdays in 1793. Sam Houston, Texas leader and U.S. Senator. A lot of Texas stuff on this day. 1904, Dr. Seuss, beloved children's author, was born. In 1931, Mikhail Gorbachev, Soviet leader, was born. My goodness, that seems a long time ago now. And in 1950, Karen Carpenter, singer and drummer, was born. I know that you're happy about that. All right. Well, let's take a moment and see if we celebrated any fabulous holidays today. Starting with the Casimir Pulaski Day. Anything you
Uh,
learned?
any explanation what that is?
Mm, no, well, let's click it and see. So he was a military leader in cavalry in Poland who was exiled to Paris. Well, that makes perfect sense. All right, how about fun facts about Names Day?
That's a day?
Uh, I guess they just needed something to do. International Cat Rescue Day. Well, I don't know about rescuing them, but there's about 20 outside that can,
No, we've only got like six.
Well, you'll catch up if
Oh,
they're
I know.
out
I
pigs.
know. That we've been watching on the Ring that there's this one gray cat that's chasing all the females around right now.
Yeah, and it's spring, so
Oh
that's
yeah, yeah, we
it's
know.
gonna happen.
I'm just waiting for the cat calls.
Oh yeah,
The
that's
this
delightful at
it
2
sounds like
a.m.
fighting, but it's fucking, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you know, they have a reason. It hurts.
Oh no, they're not even in yet.
Well, because cat penises or have little sticky barb things on the end that like cut when they pull out. I guess nobody needed to know that, but I ew is
N-
just ew. All right. National Banana Cream Pie Day. Hmm. Have you cream pied a banana lately?
No, no, because Sean doesn't like bananas.
Oh. Um, yeah. I
I did
like
get
the
a pie.
flavor.
I got a banana cream pie because they have little mini ones
Mm-hmm.
in Maui
Mm.
at this pie shop in right out of Lahana.
Nice.
And it was good. It was good. Their crusts are always too thick.
Oh, yeah. I like banana cream pie, but I just don't like the slices of banana. Like I like banana flavored cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, it's also Old Stuff Day. Well, I think at our age, we've celebrated that.
Hmm.
It's also Read Across America Day.
What?
Read Across America. I'm not crossing America just so I can read. So,
Wait, who's Reed? Like Robert Reed?
Read, like read a book.
Oh, who
Yeah.
does that?
I don't know. I'm too
What does
busy
that
reading
mean?
my
Does that mean
text to read a book.
like you're in a plane and you're flying to New York from California?
Well, let's see what
Or
the
maybe a
thing is.
train? You're on a
Observed
train?
on this
Oh, sorry.
weekday, um, closest to March, okay, which is Dr. Seuss's birthday. Read Across America is a nationwide celebration dedicated to motivating children to read.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense now. No,
Hmm,
I did not do that.
no. World Teen Mental Awareness Day, Wellness Day. Um, I'm aware of it. Thankfully, I don't have any teenagers to have to worry about their mental
Oh
awareness.
my God, I
So,
have been watching shows lately with the
uh-huh.
worst children, the worst teenagers in them.
Uh, they just get worse and worse. And it's always interesting how on some of these shows, especially the ones from the 80s and 90s, and these movies where it's always the children, like the teenagers and young people that have to save the world from like everything, and yet none of the adults ever believe them.
Well, I saw Kevin Smith last night,
Yes.
and he was saying that he bought a movie theater, the movie theater that he used to go to as a child, and and so he bought it. But when he was a kid, he couldn't get a job there because they wouldn't let you work at the movie theater until you were 21.
Oh,
To me, which is crazy because we couldn't get anybody,
uh,
under 21. I mean, over 21 who wants to work for minimum wage in a movie theater with a dumb uniform on. So, um, so he says, but when they did it, they opened it up to teenagers.
mhm.
And he says, and they are worthless. All they
Ah,
do is that they're not, well, hopefully they're servicing the customer, but most of the time they're just scrolling on their phones.
uh-huh.
And he goes, there's four people in line, and the person's got their back to them, and they're checking something out on their phone. And I'm like, wow, God, I see. The thing is, when I was working in a movie theater, we didn't have
Mm.
phones,
Right.
so you kind of help the customer. I just can't even imagine
Yeah,
what
I
what.
that
Yeah,
that whole thing with the, you know, service and kid and younger people today is real. It's you know, I like to be the oh, it's the individual type, but girl, I have had some people, young people that have I'm just like, thanks for nothing.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for barely doing your job. Anyway, all right. Well, let's celebrate some birthdays. Let's see here. Who is having birthdays? Come on, load. There we go. Today's birthdays. Happy birthday to John, Danielle, Marilyn, and Joseph. Joseph, who we used to work with in the theater. Remember?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, he was so adorable. And then we have some upcoming birthdays. We have happy birthday to Cormine, Steve, Jimmy, Rob, Kay, Tom, Lamont, Ricky, that Ricky from the Foul Monkeys. My goodness, he's gonna be old. We have Cheryl, Jeffrey, Matt, Michael, Scott, Belinda, Jason, my dear old pen pal from when we were teenagers, Mr. Jason. We also have Chris and Curtis, who we worked with, was one of our sweet photographers who took photos of you during trolling. Remember that? I did the interview
No,
and he did the article. You had it on your
no.
wall, so anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he did the photos, I mean. Anyway, I don't think we have any other birthdays that we need to celebrate, do you?
I can't believe we're waiting this long.
I know! She was waiting with bated breath. Well, now
Well,
we're leaving.
yes, I don't like being called a she, but yes, I have been waiting with bated breath. And I just want to let anyone know who might have a birthday coming up.
Hmm?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's the whole month. He made me wait.
Yes, I did. So at the beginning of the show, we heard a fabulous message from Miss Bacon. It is Bacon Birthday Month. We are officially kicking it off, and we love that we got to hear from her. But we have a special little surprise for Miss Bacon, and we would like to kick it off now.
South Dakota, are you ready? It's March 3rd, baby. And we're celebrating all month long. She was born on the fed, fireworks in the sky. Frosting on the corners, don't you dare take a slice. Strong like a mountain, heart full of gold. Fears for her family, she's big, bad, and bold. Provider, protector, love running deep. Loyal to her people, promises she keeps. Hot test playing while she's ruling her throne. Big fatty online blasting through her phone. From the plains through the dance floor, everybody in super loves. Cassie Bacon, queen of the night. Disco lights shining so bright. watching Disco Divine. Amazing, doesn't even define. Friends so loyal, love so true. If she's in your corner, she's got you. Fearless and fabulous, bacon sizzle heat. Dancing in platform birthday feet. Blow the candles, spin the beat. Extra frosting, make it sweet. Chubs will shout it for coast to coast. Kathy Bacon, we love you most. Kathy Bacon celebrate, celebrate the bacon. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate the bacon. Kathy Bacon celebrate, celebrate the bacon. Kathy Bacon celebrate. Kathy Bacon celebrate. Disco Queen, we elevate. Disco Queen, we elevate. From the prairie to the wall. From the prairie to the wall. She's everybody's favorite child. Everybody's favorite child. March blurred forevermore. Kathy Bacon, we adore. Oh my. Celebrate the bacon. South Dakota, are you ready? It's March 3rd, baby. Celebrate the bacon. And we're celebrating all month long.
Well, what you think about that?
It was long, but it was appropriate.
It was beautiful. It was a wonderful, our wonderful gift to Miss Bacon, wishing her an absolutely wonderful kickoff of the birthday month. So, all right. Well, let's move on.
Wait.
If we
How can we move
I
on?
don't know, but we're gonna struggle through because
Well, you know the
all
best
I'm
part.
thinking of is cake corners. What?
You know the best part of the fact that today is March 2nd.
What?
We have 5 weeks of Chubb's Gone Wild, Kathy Bacon birthday.
That is awesome. We're gonna be celebrating so hard for the next
We need cake.
20
Why don't we have
months.
cake? Ooh,
Oh,
you know what'd be good?
what?
Can we figure out how to make a bacon cake? What would a
Oh,
bacon cake be?
I see stuff like that on these baking shows, and I'm like, I want it.
Okay, I
We're
gotta
gonna have to
figure.
figure that out. Oh, what about adding some bacon to a pineapple upside down cake?
Well, I mean that would be fine, but I it needs more bacon. Um,
We always need more bacon.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. What's in our feed bag? Sean says TV/movie franchise reboots are okay if they're not just playing making nostalgia plays. They have to do something new, creative with the original franchise's concept. And totally agree with that.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed on Broadway right now,
Hmm.
what they've been doing is they don't bring back a show lately. I mean, in the last few years, they don't bring back a show unless they've got a new concept for it,
Hmm.
a new idea. Like, for instance, instead of Cats, it's called the Giacomo. What was it? The
Jellicle.
ball. Yes. And what you actually do is you're going from like room to room. Yeah, I know. And remember
Huh.
those? Remember the couple that there was a show where a stage show where somebody was getting married, and I can't remember what the name of it, but you were actually at the wedding, and so you were a participant at the wedding, but the wedding went all around. It usually was held in kind of a stage,
Oh,
it's
wow.
they're staged differently, and
Yeah.
you become part of it. They did that with the Phantom of the Opera too. Um, they've switched it around and made things different. So, uh, yeah, I mean, I don't want to. If you're gonna remake The Godfather
Yeah.
just the same way,
Mm.
well, it's almost like How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
When they took I mean, the live action one is literally scene by scene of the animated one.
Right.
So, I mean, I appreciated what they did,
Mm.
but it wasn't necessary.
No,
You
but
know,
that,
if you're just gonna carbon copy something
yeah,
and say, well, but this came out in 2005. And
right.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
no.
And it's funny because I think that is the only movie that, I mean, the way they did it, I was totally in it. But if another movie franchise or show or something tried to do that, no,
Well,
I
like,
don't think it would fly.
I mean, like the uh, Lilo and Stitch that came out, it was
Right.
painful sitting through.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
want to see it.
I didn't get much past like two or three scenes before
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I don't think I like this movie to begin with. But now they're doing it to Moana. She's
Uh-huh.
That's coming out this year,
Yep.
and I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, do we? If you've got, it's like, are you going to take Ratatouille and make a live action version when you've got almost a
Don't give
perfect
them
movie?
ideas.
When you got a perfect movie, why are you fucking with these kind of things? And it's the same company. That's the other thing. It's not like somebody had a brain, you know,
Yeah.
going on, and all of a sudden they're going, this would be great. And it's like, oh, well, that does sound great. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I always say that if it sucks, then no one will remember it. But it's gonna suck in the moment that I have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that either. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank God it's Kathy Bacon's birthday month, so it
I know
makes
it
everything
makes
easier.
everything better. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now there we had some really big celebrity deaths this time.
Oh, Jesus, we're there?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh no.
Okay. So the first one for this is for local people. Uh, the longtime News 10 anchor Cable, and believe me, if you grew up
Yeah.
in Sacramento, Dick Cable was the guy on Channel 10 News.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I guess that but they went because Channel 10 went from ABC to CBS or vice versa.
Yeah.
But I think it was CBS when he was on it, and he was. I mean, he was there. There was the guy on Channel 3 there, which
Stan
was Stan
Atkinson.
Atkinson,
Yeah.
and then you had Dick Cable, and then who was the other one? Who am I missing?
Oh no.
Yeah, I got to think on
I'm
that.
sure that if we ran up against it, we'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he died this week at the age of 89. Robert Carradine,
Mm-hmm.
who famously known for Revenge of the Nerds, he's one of the nerds. He was 71.
Wow.
Best known for that and Revenge of the Nerds and Liz McGuire. It was so funny because I wanted to watch Revenge of the Nerds,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have my CD Blu-ray hooked up right now. So I thought, oh, I'll just search for it. It's nowhere.
Oh,
You,
I know.
you
I had to search high and low and then magically find a copy of it, which I can give you if you want to watch.
well, no, I've got
Uh,
a DVD of it or a
yeah,
Blu-ray of it somewhere in the second bedroom.
but
But
it was so fun to watch again.
but I don't know. Well, first of all, you could never do it again.
No.
I mean, first of all, he pretends to be somebody else and has sex with that girl at the
All
end of the
right.
show, and right away you're like going, "Oh my God, the lawsuits!" Uh, just the outcry from the
From everybody.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
and so that was just the whole show was just one wrong thing after another in
Yeah.
today's society. But when it came out, tears of laughter.
I
So.
know. Yeah.
Finally, the singer legend Neil Sedaka has died at the age
Wow.
of 86. I thought he would have been older, first of all. Nothing
Yeah.
against him, but 80 because he was doing Breaking Up Is Hard to Do back in wasn't it the early
70s.
60s?
Yeah.
He
Somewhere
did
like
it
that.
again, but when because he was one of those fun bopper kids back in the early 60s,
Yeah.
and then he kind of went away for a while, and then all of a sudden Laughter in the Rain came out, and I remember because when I first heard Laughter in the Rain, I didn't know who Neil Sedaka was, number one.
Mm.
And Neil Sedaka has a Ross Matthew. First of all, he looks like Ross Matthew a little bit, but also has a Ross Matthews kind of voice. And he
Yeah.
wasn't gay.
Right. It was
It,
1975 that he
yeah,
came up with that. Yeah.
it was so confusing. And then all of a sudden, Captain Tennille at the end of Love Will Keep Us Together said Sadaka's back.
Uh,
And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And then finally found out because I was not I was not raised a child of the fun music of the 60s. My sister listened to the Elvis Presley stuff because she was much older than I was.
mm,
My brother listened to the Beatles and the Who and the Rolling Stones. It's not a lot of Sedaka woven in there. And
right.
my dad was a big Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin fan. So
Mm,
once again, I had no idea who he was. So, but once he was back, it was so much fun. There's a lot of lovely memories online on YouTube of Neil
yeah.
Sedaka on, like, because he came back right at the time where they were doing all those,
Cheesy shows.
Cher had Sonny and Cher
Yeah.
had a show, the Smothers Brothers, Carol Burnett, the Carpenters for a summer,
Mm,
Barry Manilow had specials, and so there were always these variety shows back during the 70s, and he was on all of them.
mm,
Well, as they all were, as they cross-pollinated. It was very
yeah. Before
interesting because
MTV.
yeah, it was, but so you fortunately there's a bunch of opportunities to see. There's one with him singing with Bette Midler. He's
Oh,
singing with, and actually he's singing "Love Will Keep Us Together" with Bette Midler, and uh, and there's a Carpenters one, and of course the Cabinet Tennille. But anytime he was on the show, they'd have to do "Love Will Keep Us Together" or "Laughter." Well, actually, "Laughter in the Rain." Okay, I'm going on, but I'm
don't forget
rhapsodic about
Calendar
it
Girl.
because it was he had a lot of he was involved with a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
it crossed my path because I was a pop kid in the 70s, so I
Mm.
wasn't listening to Stairway to Heaven or the Beatles or the Who or
Led Zeppelin.
any
Yeah.
of the others. It was the Carpenters, and it was John Denver, and it was Olivia Newton-John, Barry Manilow. I mean, it was pop music. I was all over it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I forgot.
Calendar Girl.
Yeah. Oh, he
Yeah.
had a lot of hits. There's
Yeah.
no question there. Solitaire. Did you know that
Oh,
Karen
yeah.
Carpenter hated Solitaire?
No, but
And it
a
was a
lot of
huge
people
hit for
do.
them.
My
So,
mom hates the song Feelings, and all the 70s people did a cover of that, it seems.
well, everybody, because also here we are again talking about this. But during the 60s and into the 70s, um, everybody, if you were on a TV show, you had an album out. I mean,
Yeah.
because I know William Shatner's had more than one,
Mm.
but you also had Leonard Nimoy had one too.
Yes, I
And
had that.
yeah, and so you just had these weird, like, why would they have a what? I mean, Ethel Merman had a disco album out in
Well,
the
and as odd as that, what I remember, I had that too. But Leonard Nimoy's album, he had this song on it called Bilbo Baggins, and I still have a copy of it that we listen to sometimes. It's hilarious.
really.
He talks about Bilbo Baggins going on his big Hobbit journey. It's really fun.
Yeah, well, but every of course they didn't, with the exception of a few let's say originals, they were all doing covers of everything that was popular.
Hmm.
I mean, you go back and you look at some of these well, I'm going to call them novelty albums, but they just, they did Feelings, everybody did Feelings, and You Light Up My Life, and
Oh
just
yes.
there was one horrible song after another that we heard way too
Uh,
much, and everybody wanted to do a copy of it. So
oh
anyway, let
yeah.
me tell you about my week.
Yes.
First of all, um, every year, usually, and it's weird because it's usually April to May
Mm.
in that time period. But we're having an early spring here. Right now, the we're only in the 60s today, but we've been in the 70s for the past almost week, and then we have a couple days that are in the high 60s, and then we're back in the 70s again. So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get cold again. I really don't. But what happens is Sacramento is the city of trees, and I have a
Mm.
terrible allergy to trees,
Ugh.
especially poplars, and we've got a few in the neighborhood.
Right.
So and everything's blue. Well, you saw um, the
Oh
blooming
yeah.
uh, uh, almonds, the white trees with the white flowers,
Yes,
and
and poppies. The poppies
those
are
are
coming up.
oh wow, the poppies are fine, and those lovely
Mm.
yellow flowers that are everywhere. I
Yes.
don't know what they are. I wish I need to find out what they
Celery,
are
I don't know.
because they're so beautiful because it's just you go past one person's yard and their entire yard is just covered in these yellow flowers,
Yeah.
and it's just lovely. But when I get severe allergies, I get severe asthma along with it. So I've been lately on a breathing machine uh, during the day, and it's not all day. It's like you go on it and then yeah, it's like
Right.
5 minutes, but it's uh it's terrible. So anyway, uh that's what I've been doing is trying to catch my breath for about a week now.
No.
Um so um First, what I've been watching, Twin Paranormal over on YouTube. I keep touting them, and it's because what they did was they went from doing 40-minute shows to doing I think it was 2.5 hours was the one yesterday. So every 2 weeks they bring out these basically Tarantino movies,
Mm.
Martin Scorsese movie paranormal shows, and where they go to these scary places. They have a great way of freaking each other out, and that's my only problem with them is I don't want them to get like ghost hunters or
Oh yeah.
ghost adventures where they got so clinical that we're not having fun with the hunt anymore.
Mm.
And they're fun, but they're also it's like a bunch of girls on a sleepover, and they're just scaring each other the whole time, but it's effective.
Mm.
It's a good watch. So that's over on YouTube, Twin Paranormals. Then we do have back this week, which finally get rid of the fucking Olympics that were boring, boring, boring. Except, did you see the girl, the American girl doing MacArthur Park, her last performance that won her
No.
the gold? It was so cool. She had some. I like when they listen to the music and like they do like a big spin right before the music
Yeah.
because as the music's changing at MacArthur's Park, she does this huge spin and it's just like you want to just go wow and
Huh.
it's very exciting while you're watching it. But the problem was that they didn't have the music up loud enough for us to be affected by the music. And that's my big complaint
Yeah.
this year to the Olympics is shut Tara and what's his name? Johnny, shut them up on the at least on the good ones
Hmm.
and crank up the music so we can feel it because we know that's loud in the ice arena, but
Yeah.
for us it's just like I'm barely hearing it. So music needs to be a certain height, certain, you need to be able to hear it and start feeling
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
And not only that, but I mean, we don't need commentary for every two things that they're, for every single jump that they did.
right, and if you do have the commentary, then the music can come down while you do the commentary. But
Right.
what happened was she was so fantastic during it. For most of the song, they didn't talk. And so I'm thinking, if they're
Huh.
not talking, turn the fucking music up.
Right.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's my rant for the Olympics. But well, except for the fact that I've never seen a more lackluster
Yeah, I
Olympics.
barely heard anything about
No one's talking about it. No, I'm curious to see what the ratings were on it.
it. Mm.
And Trump hadn't even started another war yet. So
Mm.
it wasn't that was distracting. I think it was just I don't know. I honestly cannot tell you why it just seems so boring.
Mm,
Okay. Um, but anyway, so back after the Olympics, after Christmas, after the holidays, they usually have nothing. It's nothing to watch, but we do have stuff coming. CBS is all back. Uh, they've got Matlock, they've got Elsbeth, they've got Sheriff's Country, they've got DMV. Ghosts is back. All your favorites are back on CBS, which is
mm,
good. And ABC is starting to come back. They've got High Potential back. And we're starting to see Abbott Elementary. They're coming back. So yeah, I'm big into my television. So
yeah.
but it's a hard few weeks to get through
Mm,
between basically Thanksgiving and when you have like the Olympics out in February, you go till the end of February. It's been
mm.
like 3 months. I'm not happy. Anyway, I'm happy now. It's back. It's back. Let's see. The pit is back, and it's moving slower for me.
Mm,
But I sure could do with less. Let's take a look at cutting into this thing, whatever they're cutting into. There's a lot of blood, and I'm not that kind of person. I live with that kind of person, and they're sitting there trying to. He's here, and he can hear me. He's always
yeah.
trying to figure out what's going wrong, and with the person, and he's like, "Oh, it's probably this," and then 3 seconds later, it's probably this, and it's the same thing, and it's like, okay, okay, all right. We finished up the Traders this week, season 4, and for these kind of shows, it was a really good ending. I'll just say that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it was a really, really good ending to the point of where you're like, oh fuck. Okay.
Cool.
For the winners, oh fuck. Um, and let's see, RuPaul's Drag Race this week they did Fanny the Rusical, which is every year they do a a,
Hmm.
a
I
musical
love those
takeoff.
episodes.
They're really amazing. Um, I mean, this was not my favorite. There were some good performances, but overall, the musical itself was not my favorite.
Mm.
Um, but it's still, better than a hot poker in the eye. Um, so it's still a good show. But it's so interesting. I think I touched on it last week that there's no true villain on the season because I think they got rid of her early by
Good.
accident. But yeah, so it's there's not that hatred that I hate this person. I wish they'd go away. I'm kind of rooting for everybody now. It's weird.
That's
Um,
good.
let's see. Beast Game's finished. I think we talked. No, we didn't talk about that,
Nope.
did we?
You can spoil it. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes, and I have
Well,
been like,
I
but I
won't
don't know if
I
I
won't
want
spoil it.
to.
I won't spoil it for you, but I will tell you that remember last season when they did the cases and one of them had the check in it,
Hmm.
and the person found it on the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't do that this time. It takes a while to get to it,
Okay.
which at least built up some excitement. And
Yeah.
but then once the person wins, it's like, okay, we're done.
Yeah. I'll try to finish it out, but
Yeah.
it's not holding my attention the way that because it did in the beginning. Everything was fast paced. They were knocking people out left and right. But these last few episodes, it feels like they're just taking one thing and stretching it as far as they can. And I,
Well, yeah, but they're
interest.
also playing mind games, not only with the contestants but with us.
Yeah.
And some of it works and some of it doesn't. It's weird though because um, in the traders, what happens at the end of the traders can't happen at the end of Beast Games because everybody's best friends. Oh, I
Yeah.
love you so much, and I feel so bad I'm doing this to you. Um, but I don't. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to see some. I want to see some fighting and some backstabbing because that's. I mean, it's not like RuPaul where I'm going to see, fun. fun, like shows. They're gonna do, like challenges that I'm gonna it'd be exciting. This is the challenges aren't that exciting, and it's mostly just I love you so much, and I blah. Okay.
Yep.
Um, let's see. Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. That's on HBO. It's already done.
Really?
Yeah, it's already done. 6 episodes, and they came
Hmm.
quick, and it was weird because all of a sudden it was over, and I'm like, wait, wait, is that it? And
Huh.
that's it. But I mean, they were doing few of those with the in the past, like with the other shows, but I
Hmm.
thought we at least got like 8 or 10, but it was over, and nothing really happened. I'm like, wow, you take a secondary character and give them a whole season to not do much. I
Yeah.
mean,
I'll have a
there
sequel.
was some
Hmm.
good things, and the
Yeah.
dialogue, and the second episode where the knight comes out and he's stark naked and then he just starts pissing. That
Oh.
was hilarious.
Ah.
Enjoyed that. The diarrhea, that was fun. Um, but
Hmm.
but a lot of it was like, okay, oh, it's over. Okay. And then it's over. So
Hmm.
I don't know what's happening with that. Um, I mean, I don't know. Well, I'm sure they'll bring it back because for a second season because it's Game of Thrones related, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like on the edge of my chair for it.
Hmm.
Bridgerton's back the now that we get to see the end of the season, so I'm not quite
Hmm.
done yet, but I love the Cinderella storyline. I think it's a lot of fun. Uh, the other characters are having a good time with it. Uh, yeah, it's just they're kind of just lovely little hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down for that. Sometimes
yeah,
I just want to break from all the action stuff.
yeah. And this is just, campy and silly and
Cute
sometimes
guys. And,
so
yeah.
dramatic. Yeah, a lot of butts, a lot of butts.
Nice.
Then we got American Idol. They're on Hollywood Week right now. But Hollywood Week is in Nashville. Go figure.
Okay.
I guess they got tired of doing it in Hollywood, and
Oh.
now because I kept going, why do they keep calling it Hollywood Week? I know it's Hollywood Week, but they kept emphasizing it. You're going to Hollywood Week. It's like, aren't they just going to Hollywood? No, they're not. That's why. Okay, good.
Hmm.
But I like it up to Hollywood Week until once they get to the actual competition, the top 24 like that, then I start losing interest
Hmm.
because they changed the way they did it. I loved when they had the top 12 and it took 11 weeks to get who was the winner because
Right.
we lost one person each week. And now they're dropping, 3 and 4 each week once we
Um,
get into the top 24, and it's I don't know. And of course, it usually ends up being the gay people that get dropped, the black people get
oh yeah.
dropped,
Anyway, it's not white.
anyone of color gets dropped, and
Yeah.
the end usually is either some white country guy or girl
Yeah.
or some supposed rocker. I don't know. It's kind of. But at least I mean, one nice thing is at least the people on American Idol go on to do something.
Hmm.
I remember when John Oliver was on about The Voice, and he goes, "I can tell you that no one has ever done anything that has from The Voice. Nobody. Name me one person." And it's like, well, I mean, I know a couple of people have gone on to do some
Uh-huh.
stuff, but I don't. I couldn't tell you their name or what they did. So. Uh, and then, American Idol, you can go, well, somebody won an Oscar, they're winning Grammys, they're bringing out albums,
Yeah.
they,
TV
they, they,
shows. Yeah.
TV shows, they gone into act in movies, they're all over the place. So say what you will.
Just came
Um,
out and had a best-selling book.
yeah, Survivor 50 came out this week.
Saw that.
And it's just fun because they've got a lot of They got a lot of well, it's all people have been on before. So you're gonna see like remember Ozzy?
Oh, yes, I remember Ozzy.
Yeah, well, he's gotten old. Um,
I'm okay
because
with that.
yeah, it's kind of weird because what they'll do is they'll show you a flashback of these people, and now they show you today, and it's like, oh, life's been rough. Um, and but then you get Saria's back,
Mm,
and it's just it's nice just seeing some of the old people back, and fortunately they're really good at reminding you who these people were as well. If you
mm.
Because you remember the villains and the heroes from each season, but there's like if you have 18 people that start the season, there's about 15 that you don't remember, and some of those are back.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Boston Rob isn't back, I hope.
No,
Thank goodness.
I know.
He is like just one of those people that I just cannot stand.
And no uh Richard
Oh,
Sands.
the first
He's not
guy, the one
yeah.
first winner, yeah.
No, Richard Sands. He was the he was like a real villain. You're talking Richard, the other Richard who was naked at the
Yeah.
very yeah, he's not on either. So
Okay.
he might still be in jail. Or no, he's out of jail. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he only got a couple of years, but
Yeah,
yeah.
and he was on Villains last season, so
Oh, huh.
yeah. Godzilla is back on Apple TV. That's the
One or
series.
two.
What?
Oh, I didn't know it was a series. Okay,
It's yeah,
cool.
it's season two,
Mhm.
and it has Kurt Russell and mostly an
Wow.
all Asian cast.
I will
But it's
have
good.
to
It's a good
look
show.
that up.
Um, it's uh, it's it's smart. It's like this is how you make a Godzilla series is you have because they always had the thing where they use the nuclear bombs and during the
Right.
40s and that tainted the water.
Like,
So
yeah.
all these monsters, yeah, it works and it's fun.
Cool.
And then Scrubs just started back.
Oh yeah.
And it's so far the first two episodes were engaging and fun. I thought that the old people were going to be secondary characters.
Yeah.
They're not. It's all about them
Oh,
because they've been doctors for what 20 years. So
yeah. Oh wow.
yeah,
Oh
so
gosh, has it been that long?
oh girl, I what
Losing
was
track.
well just think, okay, just this. How about this is how I've been going through a lot of like in my head. Um, Girls Just Want to Have Fun came out 42 years ago,
Yeah,
which is impossible because we're not that old.
I know,
Um,
right?
and Karen Carpenter, she died 43 years ago.
Wow.
It's kind of weird when you start looking back. I'm watching these things about the movies that flopped of this particular year or that particular year, and I'm like going, wait, what are you talking about? Poseidon Adventure didn't come out 54 years ago. You're wrong. You're wrong about that.
You know,
Please
I
tell
have
me.
a theory about people like Karen Carpenter. My theory is that Cher basically just sucked all their energy out of them, and that's why she's still going strong.
Okay,
I will
that's
be, when I look at Dolly and Cher and know what their ages are and everything, it's just, I don't know, scary because I just know it's coming and,
oh, I know, Jane Fonda.
oh, yeah.
Oh, I know you're not on X, but um, hopefully, I was looking for it to send it to you. The memoriam from the Screen Actors Guild
Mm, mm,
from this weekend.
yeah.
Great memoriam. A
Oh,
lot of
good.
times it just feels like they're leaving people out.
Uh-huh.
This time it's like, I kept going, oh, that's right. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh no,
Mm,
yeah, because they started off with Dawson, and I think they ended with Robert Redford. But
mm,
before Robert Redford was Diane Keaton and Catherine O'Hara and June Lockhart, and
okay.
you just like going through the list, like what did
Legends.
yeah, did somebody just go through with a machine gun and take out my childhood? Because it looks like they're gone.
Yeah, and so
So,
much more is coming down the pike.
oh, well, aren't you just full of
I
good
know, I'm
information?
Pollyanna, right?
Yeah. And let's see, Saturday Night Live this week was they had the Russian guy from Heated Rivalry, who I guess isn't Russian.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I saw videos of him. Apparently he tried to start his own YouTube channel when he was like, I don't know, 14 or something like that. And I watched like 5 minutes of one and went, it's a good thing you grew up and got popular because this would not have done it, son.
Well, and is he gay?
I have no idea.
Because on
It,
Saturday Night
it
Live he came
depends.
off pretty gay in his
Yeah, I
monologue.
wouldn't be surprised, but I
Yeah.
don't think they've said.
Yeah, well, I looked it up and it says he has not declared his sexuality.
That's always funny. Undeclared. It's like, the fish guy on Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
There's no age for him on the internet. I mean, I know he's got to be like 30 or right about then, but there's like no age at all on
Oh,
there.
the actor himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's because a few years ago, they IMDb said you don't have to list your age anymore
Huh.
because actors are fluid. What age do you want me to be?
Right.
Blah
That's
blah,
good.
whatever bullshit.
That's actually
But
good.
unfortunately, cast. I can tell you from experience,
Mm,
casting directors look at that shit.
yeah.
It's like, of course, they didn't when they were casting Grease, but for
Yeah.
other shows, they look at that and they go, "Well, we really liked him, but it's. I mean, think about it. Ralph Macchio would never have gotten casted today in The
Mm.
Karate Kid because he was too old to
Oh
play a
yeah, he was like
teenager."
30 or something like that.
No, he's my age, close to my age. So
Wow.
so he was too old to be a kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they cut that bullshit out. Unfortunately, um, I want to know how old these people are.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can kind of move around and find an old article where they say it, or they didn't change it
Mm,
on their Wikipedia page or something. But yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm losing my voice. Go.
Okay. Well, first off, letting you know that I believe the little yellow flower you're talking about is called egg leaf spurge. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's very neat. As far as my week, let's see. Well, the pre-launch, no, not the pre-launch, the advanced launch for people that bought a certain level of the game for World of Warcraft Midnight expansion dropped last Thursday. So I have been playing my way through that. I am at level 85, which means I've gotten 5 levels done because I only play for, for maybe 4 hours a night because it's new. Otherwise, it'd be like maybe one or two, but it's fun, it's neat, and I don't understand how some of these people level in 6 hours because I don't get it, whether they're just running dungeons left and right, I mean, just one after the other or something, but not me. I'm off exploring, picking leaves. So, yeah. Anyway,
Well, it's funny because Sean was mentioning because somebody had posted and he goes, "Oh, look at this," and I'm like, I don't know what is that." He goes, "It's World of Warcraft.
mm,
Look at how it looks now." And I said, "Well, all I remember is you doing a lot of flying
huh,
nowhere."
yeah.
just flying, flying, flying. You
Yeah.
know, we go off, get dinner, we come home, you're still flying, nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Flying is very different in it now. And I like it because you can get places a lot damn quicker. Um, but yeah, there was that, and before flying, they no longer. I don't think they have the level cap because you used to have to wait till like level 60 to fly, and all that time running around on the ground trying to get to places was annoying. Anyway, so the new thing is launched. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it, but I'm kind of taking my time. And today is the day that everybody that just had the basic expansion jumps in. So I'm sure when I sign back in, it's just going to be packed with people. So anyway, I also worked. We did on the matinee minutia. We did Misfits of Science from 1985, the TV show from NBC, I believe.
you
And
mean with Courtney Cox?
yes, oh my God, I'm so fucking tired of hearing that. You would think that it was just the Courtney Cox vehicle, because that's all anything talks about is how it was Courtney Cox's big first role.
Yeah, well, when it's not remembered for anything else, that you
Yeah, sadly. Although the other thing is there's some stuff that was very interesting about that, aside from the fact that they were all 30 years old playing teenagers. The the so we had the lead actor, Dean Paul Martin's son, or Dean Martin's son.
oh, that's why you were all hot for him.
Oh my God. I just think he is just yummy. Um, he died from a crash and when he was 35. And then the second lead, which was a big, tall black man, he was actually 7'2". Um, yeah, 7'2". And he played L on the show, and he died in like 91 or something like that, at also at age 35, and he died of AIDS from a blood transfusion. And there was and basically, except for Courtney Cox, nobody else on the show went on to do hardly anything.
Yeah.
It just everybody just faded. So except for that one guy who was the father in Alf, but after that, what do you do? All right. So anyway, that'll be out in a couple weeks. So don't forget to keep your eye out for some matinee minutia. So baking championship next gen, and then the team went home, and now we're heading into the semifinals. Um, I still look at these little 10 and 12-year olds and think I couldn't bake like that today. So good for them. And however, I will say that their fail bakes, I would not want to be a judge on those shows because I'm like, I would not want to put that in my mouth even to taste how awful it is.
Ew, wait, what were we talking about?
Baking stuff like
Oh, oh, okay, yeah.
cookies, and you're looking at the cookie going, I don't know what they put in there. I wouldn't want to eat that.
It was interesting because I watch Carla on YouTube
Yes.
on Shoot Up,
Mm.
and she was saying that there are times where the producer comes over and goes, "Okay, do not eat this.
Mm.
We'll work around it. Just do not eat it." Or it's
Oh.
like they're like, oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. Okay, yeah, and then it's like don't eat it. So so it does happen where some stuff is just it's not going to happen. Whether it's on the she goes on the baking shows, it's
Mm.
underdone. It's
Yeah.
they added too much salt when they thought it was sugar, or
Ah,
she goes,
yeah.
are you we're on, a show where they've cut themselves and didn't tell
Oh,
anybody,
yeah.
or the chicken's raw.
Mm.
She says there's a lot of occasions where she says when you're on um Chopped, she says when you're on Chopped, when you're judging on Chopped, there's a lot of stuff that they tell you not to eat.
Wow.
So um,
That's really interesting, but I'm kind of glad.
I am too. I am too, because I was always thinking, I would love to be a judge on a show like this, but I'm kind of a picky eater in the
Uh-huh.
sense that there's things I just don't like.
Right.
And this is things you don't like, and then they're adding gross stuff that don't match well with it.
Hmm.
I can't even imagine how awful it is.
Right, exactly. So anyway, speaking of that though, I
Yeah.
then want what I ended up watching The Worst Bakers in America, which is from I think like 2016. It had Duff and oh gosh, the British black woman baker judge. I should know her name right off the top of my head, and yet it's not coming to me for some reason. Anyway, so she was the main judge on that for 2 seasons. I don't know if it went past 2 seasons. I've only watched 2 seasons. Second season, they had on that Southern baker Jason, the one who just had to, like, oh, that's like a coon pet rutting down a Junip tree or something like. And I'm just like, oh my God, you're so
That looks like
annoying.
something a raccoon would throw out.
Exactly. And it's like I don't know why. I mean, he just annoys me.
Well, see, uh, I think he's when he does these kind of now that he's a judge on stuff,
Uh-huh.
it goes a little too. It seems like it's a little too scripted. It's a little too forced. But when he was
Yeah.
like on the next Food Network star and won that, he
Oh
was just
yeah.
so charming and lovable. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do is if you're you gotta keep selling the gimmick.
Yep.
And sometimes the gimmick is just like, okay, we've heard that one before. You know,
Right.
no more Beaver. He kept this under the dam too long. Kind of, it's like, okay, not we're done. Move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Lorraine Pascal. That's what her name is. I love her. I think she is when I first started watching her judge on the baking championship, I thought, wow, she's kind of ugh, but I have come to absolutely love her. Okay, so then I of course I finished out my Doctor Who, the Jodie Whittaker years. I swear like the last episode, I didn't even remember the last episode. Like I wonder if I even watched it. But they were very good. I don't know why I didn't connect too well with one of the seasons, but I really enjoyed all of those seasons and specials and um, most of the companions too. So I'm I'm really glad I went and watched it, and I think probably next year I'll give the later episodes, her episodes anyway, a watch again. So yeah, very fun and totally recommend if you're not if you're just getting into Doctor Who, watch the newer years. If you try to struggle through the older, like 1965 to 80s series, good luck. I've watched most of them. I it felt like torture on some of them, but yeah. Anyway, so I did catch up on Starfleet Academy, which is on Paramount Plus. Everybody kept telling me, "Oh, episode is 8 is so great, you're gonna cry." And it was. It was so good. They brought back like some of the doctors past. They really fleshed out Sam's storyline. She's the holographic, or she's the hologram student. And they also brought Tilly from Discovery for a guest spot on here. And she was originally rumored to be a big part of this series, and she hasn't been. So when they brought her back, and her character has really advanced into being just wonderful. So when this whole series is over, I mean, like this season's over, I'm gonna end up and go back and binge watch it again to see how much of the little Easter eggs that I missed. But it is such a really good, and season two is already wrapped. So, and it will be out next year. So, I mean, they know that this is such a hit that they're actually stepping it up and not making us wait like two
They've already
years.
wrapped the new season?
Yeah. So
That's weird.
I know, right? I was so happy to hear that. Anyway, then I went on finally to watch Gen V season two, which I've been putting off. Um, since I got to binge it, I liked it. But I'll tell you that whole middle area when they're just like going back and forth to the school, to the prison, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Two episodes, just cut two episodes out of this, and six episodes would
And
have been fine.
because I love the twist.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I mean, I didn't see the twist coming until like maybe an episode before it happened, but I was totally down for it and I liked it and of course, oh, so the bad guy, well, the guy that was supposed to be the bad guy, he took over, well, the twist. Anyway,
Right.
um, could he not be a brother to the oh God, I'm gonna forget his name. He was the on dear God, why don't things come to me? Okay, so he not have been like a brother to Peter Dinklage?
Well, see, I've liked this guy for a while. He was
Oh,
actually just on Elsbeth this week.
oh.
He was the bad guy in Elsbeth.
Mhm.
He's from I first saw him in Midnight Mass. He played the preacher in Midnight Mass, and I've loved him
Uh,
since. I mean, he was so good. So, yeah, I guess I mean a little bit. Yeah, sure.
yeah,
I'd have to take, really look at it. But if
right.
you think so, then it must be
Yeah, no,
true.
if you see him again, I mean, he just looks like he could be like his brother or something. Okay. Anyway, I will be happy to watch a season three but I did like how they ended it to where it's like I was like, where the hell is this gonna go after this? But if they did have a season three, now I can see how it can be successful because I wasn't seeing it until that last moment of the series. Okay. I watched some cheesy ass movies, well, and a couple good ones because I have been craving like really good new sci-fi. And for the most part, except for Star Trek Academy, it's just not there for me. So if anyone knows anything, please recommend it. I watched a movie called The Blackout Invasion Earth, which turns out to be a Russian movie that has English subtitles. It's on, or not subtitles, but oh, dubbed over in English. It is on Amazon Prime. It is basically about aliens from 200,000 years ago who messed up their planet, have a generational ship, and it's arriving tomorrow. And there's two aliens here on Earth that have been here all that time. One is called Ra, which is probably the Egyptian god, and then the other guy who kind of wants to mess everything up. But anyway, so basically, one day everybody's partying in the future, and the entire planet goes like loses all its power and all but 0.5% of the population dies or becomes mind controlled to be, you know,
Wait, this sounds like a
army.
cross between Fallout and Paradise.
If it were only that good. And then so but except like the one place it didn't affect is this little um pocket area over Russia for some reason because the god creature wanted to use them to fight the bad guy. Anyway, it's kind of crazy. Guys are hot. Good acting, but meh. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I also finally watched Archive with Theo James on Netflix. I've been putting this one off. I could have put it off all my life. I've been fine with it. It's basically about his character who's trying to create this cybernetic, lifelike humanoid creature or humanoid robot that his wife can occupy because his wife died in a car wreck. And there's this uh, technology where you can like save the person who died consciousness or memories or something in a computer, and you can talk to them like up to 200 times before they finally fade off into oblivion or whatever. And then there's a twist at the end, which the twist was pretty good. I saw that coming maybe about 10 minutes before the end. But Theo James is hot, so But the movie, oh my God, it's so boring. There's like at least 20 minutes with just shots of the area that they're in. I'm like, who cares? Move on. Um, oh, so the last thing that I watched was 2005 War of the Worlds, which is on Amazon Prime. Have you seen this one?
Probably.
Okay. If you haven't, actually give it a look.
What is
Um,
it? I mean,
it's
which
on
one is it? There's like 18 different versions
Oh,
of
I
it.
know. This is the 2025 version.
Oh, the
It's
25. I think you
basically
said
the newest.
2004.
No, it's
Oh, that
2025. It
okay.
is basically
I know.
one.
Yeah, this is the one with
Yes.
oh, I'm trying to think of the guy's name, the main actor. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
War of the Worlds 2025 cast is Ice Cube.
Oh,
I know,
maybe,
right?
maybe I don't know this one. Okay.
Yeah. So Ice Cube is the lead actor. Really? Was he? Yeah, I guess he was. Yeah. War of the Worlds. So anyway, there's really not too many people in the cast that you're going to know except for Eva Longoria. Um, the and Greg Clark, who is in all the Marvel movies as Agent blah blah. Um, so basically, Ice Cube's character is a high-tech guy. He is in a basement bunker of the DHS person. He is doing all this stuff. It's all technical. I mean, it's just all sorts of technical stuff and stuff on a computer. He's just in that one room and he connects to his son and his pregnant daughter and just all this stuff. So it is, but I'm sure that they made this on a shoestring budget. None of the characters actually interact with each other except for like two of them. The rest of it, it's all on screens. It's all like on phones, and but it's definitely worth the watch. It was well done. So I would recommend that one. But that's it. If anybody knows any other really good sci-fi out there right now, I would totally be down to watch it. I got to switch over to Bridgerton before, it gets too outdated, but I'm still liking my sci-fi. All right. Someone, what would you do? Someone makes a joke at your expense in front of others. Do you laugh it off, address it privately later, or call it out in the moment?
Uh, well, just because I don't want anyone to think it bothered me,
Hmm.
um, I would probably just ignore it, and then I would slowly ruin the other person's life.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that joke in 1957. So, yeah, it depends. Most of the time, I would probably make a sarcastic, funny comment back, or I would just ignore it because, you know, I mean, I've gotten this forever from people, so I've just kind of learned to whatever.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't,
Your
yeah.
War of the Worlds that you're because
Uh-huh.
I'm going, wait, I thought it was supposed to be terrible. It's got a 4 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, 100 is good,
Okay. So
so 4 is
I
not good.
actually liked it. I thought they did a good job with it. So,
And for the audience, it was at a 20%.
yeah. That's okay. But I'm saying that I
No,
don't
it's
think,
okay.
yeah, I
I mean,
mean, sometimes we
I'm
like shit that other people don't like, but I'm saying that I actually thought this was good, and I would say give it a look.
yeah. Well, because I was just watching a thing on Tarantino,
Uh-huh.
and it was talking about how his top 15 movies, most of them were considered box office failures,
Mm,
are critical failures, but they
right.
were his favorite movies. And so, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
I'm watching, like I said, I'm watching these things about the biggest flops, and half the movies are favorites of mine. So
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I don't get it. All right. Let's see. So let's go ahead and love it or hate it, The Office.
I didn't watch it. I
Either
tried
version.
to watch it and I couldn't watch it.
Okay. And that's both versions, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I hated
Yeah.
them.
I
I mean,
watched
they just did not click with me.
I watched both versions. I watched the British version and I thought it was funny. I watched the newer version and I thought the first couple seasons were funny until they started making Michael's character into just that character that should have been, I don't know, locked away. Like everything was horrible and failed and just catastrophically horrific. Like you hate the character. You love the actor, but hate the character to the point where you're just like, I don't even want to watch this. So I did watch probably about 3 seasons of it or so, but after that I just stopped. And
Yeah. What
I
was
think
the
it was
other?
mainly show jumping, like it was on between something else I wanted to watch.
What was the other show that came on right after it with Amy Poehler and um,
My gosh.
oh God,
Uh,
I can't even think of the name. But I didn't like that one either.
yeah.
It's but and some people think that The Office is like one of the great
Oh
series of
yeah.
this new decade or this new century. And
Well,
I'm
it's
like,
like
okay,
Seinfeld.
yeah.
Like how some people were just so into Seinfeld, it was the best thing ever. And I was like, meh, I have to watch it to get to another show that I want to watch.
Well, and the
Um,
difference though is that people now are like going, wow, it did not date well, but
mm-mm.
people are still, you know, dry humping The Office, and I don't get it.
Well, I will say that the main actor in there, who I thought, what's his name? No, that's the character. John Chabowski? John
Yeah.
Krakowski? Yeah. Anyway, I thought he was absolutely adorable on The Office, and then suddenly he like bulked up and became an action star, and I was like, and I still think you're hot. So either
Well,
way, I was there for him.
I think he's um attractive in a cute kind of way,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's attractive.
Well, I mean, no, I
Yeah.
don't think he's like a
He's no Brad Pitt.
well, yeah, I was gonna say the Thor. But yeah, he's got his own charm and I'm down for it. And I think his wife is really neat too.
Oh yeah, I love Emily Blunt.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, do you think masculinity is being redefined or just rebranded?
It's definitely redefined.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I mean what masculinity was 50 years ago
Hmm.
is nowhere near what is considered masculinity now. Now, masculinity now is because back then it was like the most masculine guy was the one who could beat up everybody at the bar,
Yeah.
and now masculinity is the one who's gentle enough to woo a woman with their kind of stuff. But it's like, I mean, there is certain things. It's like right now on the internet, um, the whole bro,
Culture. Yeah.
yeah, that well, especially the ones that are dealing with uh, the political. The
Magnet.
political,
Yeah.
yeah, that whole thing has gotten, first of all, super gay.
Uh,
Now, do you watch the one with Hassan Piker and uh, uh, it's Austin? He's Austin. I don't know what his last name is,
hmm.
but they kind of sit around. It's all well. The one guy is
Is that Pod Save America?
no, it's not Pod Save America.
Okay.
But Jen talks about Hassan Piker a lot, and he's
Okay.
just dreamy. Um, and his partner on the show, he's gay, and he's got he loves wearing tank tops or sleeveless shirts, and he's got the arms to support it. But nowadays, it's like I was watching an episode of them where the gay guy's going, okay, first of all. I need you to stop doing nipple and underarm pics because
Oh.
Hassan's trying to build up, really, build up his body, and he goes, why? What's wrong with that? And he goes, because that's gay. He goes, how is that gay? And he goes, well, because women don't like underarms. They don't like the whole shove the underarm in their face, and
Hmm.
then they don't like nipples. That's not a thing. That's a thing
Weird.
for gay men, like, well, and probably straight men, like the whole macho underarm, the big chest with the heaving, well, not heaving nipple, but with the nipple shots and the hairy and the whole
Yeah.
thing. And so it's like all of a sudden I'm like going, wow, this is weird because I never really thought about it because I don't listen to a lot of women talking about what they find attractive. But
Hmm.
for some reason, women find butts more attractive than
Huh.
they find. They like a nice chest, but they're
Hmm.
not. They want a nice chest. They don't want. I mean,
Yeah.
we the gay men seem to emphasize on the nipple, like boom type thing, and so that's what Hassan was doing. He was posting these things, which I was fine with, but
Hmm.
then that's okay. But he's going. So basically, you're just like gay baiting, and that's gay. So you need to stop gay baiting. That's my area of expertise. So, but that's where I'm seeing this change in masculinity of what like Tim Dillon, I don't know, he went for, he's a fat gay comic that is now that broed out and became one of the Trump supporters, MAGA Trump
Oh.
supporters, and now he's turning on them, but he's trying his big macho thing is he sits there with sunglasses and
Oh, that fool.
yes, but that's, here's more a different look at what masculinity is. And it's
Hmm.
like, okay, I'm not getting this, because to me it's like, Charlton Heston comes in, whips off his shirt. That's masculinity, okay?
Yeah.
And he's gonna beat up everybody in the bar.
Right.
It's confusing for us old people.
Well, I don't think it's being like replaced but I definitely think it's being redefined. Maybe even I read it's becoming more plural, like the meaning of, what it is. Because I mean, things that were once discouraged, like emotional, having feelings or caregiving or,
Right.
you know, a vulnerability, that's becoming more accepted.
No, but desired.
Right, exactly. And in younger generations, I think that they see that masculinity is something more flexible, like, strength and protectiveness and
Well, even I mean,
competitiveness. I mean, that's
some of the
still
most
here.
masculine men I know are
Hmm.
transgender.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. But anyway, I just think that we view them differently now. I mean, I think being strong for the people around you, being a good leader, being level-headed. I think things like that make you a
Being a
better
great
man.
father.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know, well, because I mean, because we grew up in a time period where, well, at least my dad went to work and he came home and then he had a drink and dinner and watched some TV and went to bed.
Right.
He didn't plan out events during the evening to entertain the kids. That wasn't
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that's
I
not
mean,
what we had in those days.
dads in
And
those days were supposed to be more like the center point, like the anchor of everybody else doing everything, and then they didn't have to do anything. But I mean, then you look at like back in those days, I mean, what told you that you were, what men were supposed to be, like the military or
right.
religion or, we watch media and like you said, we'd watch John Wayne, who was frankly a big cocksucker. So I mean, you know, but he was down with the guns and everything. So yeah, I think that thankfully we're headed toward the right direction, but the MAGA people, they wanted to bring us back.
Well, you know, that's
Back.
I'm still freaking out that their Pete Hegseth's I guess his uh, religious leader. I don't know what what his
Yes.
position.
Mm.
You know, his preacher is saying that women shouldn't have the right to vote,
Right.
which just it's like what
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what and that no they want it they when they say they want to make America great again they want to put it back into the 50s when they considered it great. We were
Yeah.
post World
When
War
they had
II.
control of everything and they didn't have to take responsibility for the horrible things that they did.
No, yeah, I mean,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right. Hey Chubbs, what is your take on why Native Americans and their history being the only human cultural group showcased in a museum for dinosaurs? Okay, this one made me think a little bit, and I actually had to do a little bit of research, and I kind of found out what, the reasoning is because I was like, I have no idea.
Well,
Um,
what's the reasoning?
Okay, so museums include Native American history and
Right.
dinosaur exhibits to honor indigenous sovereignty and stewardship, showing that show that science is not only a Western discovery, and provide cultural context about the land because many major fossil sites are on or near ancestral native lands. So exhibits recognize the people who like lived there and who understood these landscapes. And basically, I mean, like I said, most of the fossil signs sites were discovered on places that are, where Native Americans are holding their, that's their lands. So
Sure.
that's one of the reasons it's kind of like to honor them and also to talk about like how they thought that, the bones were like monsters and gods and things like that. So
Yeah.
anyway,
But
it's more like it's not
it
necessarily, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
it's I get that because I remember we would go to, you know, as kids we would go and see some bones somewhere and they always had the Native Americans, well, not they had indigenous people of wherever it was from, I should say. I don't want to say Native
Right.
Americans. Um but and it's like they were always fighting the dinosaurs that were there 20 million years before them, or you know, however many years it was.
Right.
They were never even the same.
Yeah,
uh yeah,
they were way after last dinosaurs went bye-bye. So,
right. So yeah, I always thought that was odd, but it never really bothered me.
yeah, it never occurred to me. So I don't know where that question came from, but that was good education. So thank you.
And if you look at it, even when they do movies
Oh yeah.
with
Yeah.
dinosaurs, they always have, you know, some guy in a, you know, wearing a
Early
full,
caveman with
yeah,
indigenous people
and they're
influence.
wearing
Yeah.
mammoth, woolly mammoth outfits, throwing
Right.
spears at them.
Yep. All right. Hey, Chubbs. Timothy wants to know, remember being a kid, barely, and walking to a friend's house to ask if they could come out and play? Did we lose something important when kids stopped knocking on doors and started texting first?
Yeah, what we lost was um, the ability to disrupt somebody else's household.
Yeah, to spend all the time walking over to some place to be told no, they're
Oh no, that's not
cramming.
even that
Oh.
part. It's like I remember, and this is terrible, but my next door neighbor who um I mean, they've been here since before I have, and they have no friends in the neighborhood.
Mm,
And not that I do, but they don't they go they seem to go they always went out of their way to be that couple on the block.
hmm.
Okay. But I remember after the pandemic, he was outside and he's going, "Wow, it's weird seeing people walking around again." And he goes, "But who would have thought that the pandemic was going to be good for certain things?" And that's I don't have people knocking at my front door anymore, and
Right.
because that's what I hate. Uh, the pandemic taught us to make sure and call ahead of time.
Yeah, there was an episode of Fran Drescher's. She had like one season where she played the mother of oh, I don't know. Um, and that they lost everything and had to move in with their son and
Oh, that horrible
uh,
thing. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, and which and there was this episode, there was this whole episode where like people rang the doorbell and they're like, freaking out. Like, who is at the door? What is the matter with you? You text, or, we don't want to see anybody in our neighborhood. And then they all had to do a potluck. And yeah,
Yeah, I'm not expecting a delivery.
right.
What
Exactly.
the
No,
hell's going on? Who's knocking at my door? And
yeah.
now we got the ring, which is great because now we can see who we're not going to answer the door. I don't answer the front door. If I'm not expecting somebody, I'll
Hmm.
check the ring, and if I don't know who that is, I'm not answering the door.
Yeah, I want to get my ring set up because but a lot of times I don't want to answer the front door either. And thankfully we don't have much. It's usually either a package or, in fact, I get a little annoyed when like a Walmart food delivery or something will ring the doorbell. Oh, and the neighbors in back, their pizza delivery ends up putting it on our porch and ringing our bell, and that annoys the hell out of me.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like lately, I've gotten a couple. Well, I always get the thing I get mostly is, "Hey, are you going to sell your car?"
Oh no.
Yeah, because well, I've got an older car
Yeah.
and it's in good condition, and so they're figuring, oh, I can probably pay like $1,000 for that car. It's like, so I get a lot of people coming up and asking if I'm selling the car. It's like, why would
Wow.
I be selling it? Well, it's not being driven. I go, those spider webs, I drive it
Ah,
at least once a week. I don't know. The spiders are taking over.
yep.
And I do have like webs going. I'll come in and park, and Sean will come in and go, I thought you went over to the store today. And I go, I did. He goes, the spider webs are already connected again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they hate me.
Oh.
But the other thing I get is like, oh, I'm from AT&T. You know, the guys walking around trying to
Oh,
hook you up for that,
fucking hate that shit.
or we're with the Mormons.
Oh, there is thankfully we usually don't get. Although around Easter and Christmas we usually get a few church people that want to invite us to their special service. And I'm like, no, thank you.
No, we
Don't
just get
waste it.
letters.
Don't hand me a pamphlet. Save your printing money. Give it to somebody who it will throw it away for you.
Well, that's those letters that both Sean and I have gotten are
Yeah.
from people in their neighborhood who have sent us trying to get us to come to their church.
Ugh. The one, what is it? The one I hate is when you are on any sort of like assistance program, like like food stamps or healthcare system or anything like that. You
You mean
automatically,
Snap?
yes, SNAP. EBT for us in California.
Oh, is it? I
Um,
thought it was Snap still here.
Snap is like the overall, and then here it's specifically called EBT, which is I yeah. Anyway, but you get put on a list that gets sent out, or well, not sent out, but phone distributors can access that, and they will get these little cheapy phones because you qualify automatically when you're on one of those programs for like a free cell phone. So these companies will get that information and they will go out to those places to your door and then tell you that you're automatically just signed up for this phone and they want your information for this phone. And they get and it is kind of real because they when they give you the phone, they then get to overcharge the state for giving you that phone and
Sure.
get
So,
that money for it.
right.
And yet at the same time, they also collect all your extra information and stuff like that. And I'm like, I no, thank you. No, I don't know who's here on that. No, thank you. Go
Well, this
away.
is the same
Stop
reason.
ringing my doorbell.
Same reason why when you're sitting there and you're going, oh, I want to see what this like the falsetto thing, that you keep saying online that you put around your neck and it aggravates what
Oh,
it, and it's like, oh, well, how much does that cost? No, I'm not going to give you all my information to find out how much you're selling it
right.
for.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Why do I have to put in my why do I have to sign in to
Hmm.
get to find out what's on
Right.
special at Popeyes? It's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yep.
Stop asking for my info and because they're just waiting for you to say, "Oh yeah, I'll allow it," and then
They've
then
got
you're fucked.
everything and then they give it to government. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. I remember MASH.
I remember that.
Yeah, what'd you think
Yeah.
about MASH?
Well, it was interesting because it was a time period where most comedies on television were in front of a studio audience.
Yeah.
So this was a single camera show, not a three camera video. So
Mm,
um, it was always it well first of all the series so much better than the movie, and
mm.
I know I'll get people bitching saying no no no, but
Mhm.
go back and watch the movie and you'll
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. The movie it laid it out, gave them a lot of good bones, but the TV series was just amazing. It was an amazing show. It was
Yeah.
really well written. The
Mm.
acting was incredible.
Yep.
They came up with great characters. They broke into a lot of areas that um, that weren't being talked about in 1970s.
Mm.
So yeah, MASH had a lot of pluses for it. I did enjoy it a lot. Uh, especially Kramer, not Kramer, but
Klinger.
Klinger,
Yeah.
Klinger, because nothing looks better in a strapless dress than a hairy chest, you know?
Yeah, that whole show was just amazing. I mean, I didn't understand it until I was watching it in reruns, of course, and then it would I would watch it, and then at the end of that would be when my mom was going to be home from work because she worked swing shift. And so when the end credits would play, our dogs, then Audrey and Mac, they knew what that theme song, when that sound, that meant that it was time for mom to come home. So they would automatically like get up from wherever they are and go toward the door. So it was very fun. But yeah, I loved that show. All right. What's in your lunchbox? Well, Mr. Moose wrote in and said another chocolate bundt cake, walnuts and chocolate chips in there. And once again, another gorgeous cake that I would like to taste Moose's cake. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't. I always wanted bunt cakes, but
Yeah.
the only time I could ever get a bunt cake was at a fucking potluck.
Yeah, I prefer bundt cakes over the other cakes unless there's like lots of really good cream inside. Oh, have you seen the one, the bundt cakes where there's just like it's filled with like this beautiful patisserie cream or whatever?
Yeah, yeah,
So good. Anyway, so
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Moose, for sending that in. And that is, I thought, didn't you have something in the lunchbox?
Well, I thought I did. I might not have sent it.
It was like
Let
a
me ask you
chicken
this.
rice
Now, did
thing.
you ever have the lean cuisine enchilada Suiza? It was the it was you got two enchiladas and then it had a white sauce with green chilies in it.
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Well, it was always, I mean, that was the thing. If you got the lean cuisine, you have to get a couple of those frozen and have them in the freezer to
Mm.
have when you wanted something quick. Well, I decided this week that I was going to make that, and it
Oh,
came out exactly the same way. I was
nice.
shocked. I was shocked that it tastes because I was just kind of faking it from because when I make enchiladas, I usually don't use green sauce.
Mm.
Number one, I usually go with a red and um, well, basically I had chicken. I had some rotisserie chicken left over, and I sent Sean out for the green sauce and some tortillas.
Mm.
And so he brought those back, and then it's like you chop up the chicken and you add in some onions. We had um, not scallions, scallions. Anyway, we had you put the onions in, you put the cheese, sour cream. That's important. You got to put that in,
Mm,
and you kind
yeah.
of make a mix, and then you're putting them into tortillas, almost kind of like you would do an egg roll without closing the end, and then you pour the sauce. Oh my God, it was fantastic. So
That's
that was really good
yeah.
this week. And something else we made. I did make more egg rolls this week.
Mm.
We had actually it was well, probably after we talked. It was cheeseburger egg rolls and chicken cheese egg rolls and lumpia. And the I got to work on the chicken cheese. Actually, what I
Mm.
think I do next time is I'll make the chicken cheese with like the Suiza and do that in the egg roll and see how
Mm.
that works. It might not work without the sauce though. But I do like, you get those egg roll packs. There's 20 egg rolls wrappers. It's like a couple bucks, and then you just think of stuff to shove in them, and it usually turns out pretty good.
That sounds absolutely amazing. Yeah, honestly, the reason that I have not had lean cuisines is because they were way too fucking expensive for me. Like especially back in the days when they were super popular, they were just way too expensive. I couldn't afford them.
Oh, well, see, I always got them on sale, when they had a sale, and you could pick up them for like $1 a piece.
Huh.
So, because I mean nowadays they're like you can get it sometimes you get it for 250 or $2 if you look for the sales. But normally they're like $5 and it's like
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Um, and you only get the two little enchiladas, but they are so tasty.
Hmm.
But yeah, I always like those. So it was fun being able to actually kind of figure out and copy the recipe and make it. So
Nice.
yeah,
All right. Well, if you want to send us what's in your lunchbox, please do. You can send us an email at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. And of course, look for this beautiful bundt cake on our Facebook page at facebook.com/chubsgonewild. And thank you again, Mr. Moose, for sending that in. I still have my pineapple upside down cake ready to be made, and I just haven't quite gotten to it yet.
you did get canned pineapple, right?
Yes,
Okay,
and I got little maraschino cherries. I know you don't
but
use them, but I will.
yeah, well, just it's just with pineapples, fresh pineapple,
Mm-hmm.
they can turn on you in a minute. So you gotta
Yeah,
be
I want to make
careful.
sure that I dab off the excess liquid, but I will put the liquid as part of the cake.
Yeah,
Cake
whatever they say
mixing.
for
Yeah.
water, use that. But just make sure your pan is nicely. oiled, buttered
Mm,
or greased beforehand because you don't want that to stick. Once you get all that extra sugar in there, and then you melted brown
yeah.
sugar,
Well,
and mem-
I'm gonna add some maple syrup to the brown sugar too.
and remember, I think it's like once you pull it out, let it sit for about 15 minutes,
Okay.
and then flip it. You
Hmm.
don't want to let it get cold, otherwise it won't come out of the bottom. The sugar will
Okay.
actually build up and
Caramelize.
crystallize, and
Hmm.
you can't get it off.
Hmm. Okay.
But you can eat it out of the pan still. And I've done
That'd be
that
yummy
before.
too. Yeah. All right, awesome. Check out my other projects over at justkisstheguy.com. And of course, if you're watching us on YouTube,
You are?
well,
Oh,
if
oh
they
my God. I look terrible today. Okay, let me just
are.
say the reason I look this bad is I've
Uh,
gotten about 3 hours sleep. Um, it's weird because I went to bed feeling okay, and then it was just I couldn't, every time I turned, I coughed, and it was bad. So that's why my eyes look like shit, and
aw.
my forehead looks so huge. Maybe I should sit back. Anyway, if you do see us on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe, and let us know you're there,
Yeah.
so we know who's actually watching us on YouTube. So that'd be fun, and yeah.
All right. And happy birthday, Miss Bacon. We love you.
Oh
And
God, oh, it's the sweet, sweet smell of
of bacon in the morning.
well, bacon month.
Yes. So, all right. We will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.